What to do when you have a lot to do. I mentioned in the write-up that there's a few steps I would suggest taking in terms of prioritizing and organizing your tasks in terms of the order in which you would do them. What comes first? New business obviously has to come first, only because you have a limited window of time before those opportunities go away. And generally speaking, they probably don't outnumber the tasks that you have to do for your existing clients. So the point being, you can get those things done, get them out of the way, and then move on to the next most important thing, which are your client-related, or as I put it, money-making tasks. And this, of course, would be certainly tasks that you've already been paid to do, and obviously tasks that you will be paid to do once they're complete. But then within that, how do you prioritize? How do you order things? And the answer I offered was, take care of the people who take care of you. It's just a very logical way to approach something like this. The clients who never give you a hard time, who always pay you up front right away, or as quickly as you send them a bill, you get a notification that they've paid it. In other words, take care of the people who take care of you. It's a very logical approach to things in life in general, right? The people who ignore you, who blow you off, don't chase after them. Focus on the people who reciprocate and who focus on you. Then, of course, it comes down to having the right piece of software in your hands to manage all these tasks. So one of my favorites, probably my favorite now at this point, for this purpose is Active Collab. I love how this gives you the flexibility to use different ways of organizing and grouping tasks. So I have a main project here called Nerd Main, and this is where I list all the things I have to do generally that have to do not necessarily specifically with a client, or if it is a client-related thing, it might be just my reminder to go get that client on the calendar. And then, of course, I have a project for that client where I outline their tasks. But as you can see, these are general things. I want to set up QuickBooks Online for my own accounting because I'm the last one to get treated well. That was the other thing I mentioned in my write-up, is you do your own stuff last, because doing your own stuff doesn't put money in the bank. Bring the money in, then that should, when you get the cash flow going, should enable you to free up the time you need to focus more on your own stuff. Reviewing and removing expenses. So I have a lot of general tasks now here that I haven't yet gotten done. And what you can see that I've done is I've labeled a bunch of things with the label of today. And that allows me to come over here and click on, not under the due date, but under the label for today. And here's the thing with due dates, and I mentioned this in the write-up. A lot of times in our tasks, we'll assign a due date to something, but for any number of reasons, that day may have come and gone. So filtering by the due date will often give us still a longer list of tasks than we really want. I want to chisel this list down to something that immediately tells me this is what I need to do today. And so when I click on this filter, notice I have the inbox high priority. These are the client names, of course, I'll blur out when I'm editing. But these are things that I've identified that really have to be my top priority for today. And then over here under Nerd Enterprises tasks, we came up with this reminder that I have to set up a web form in Smartsheet that doesn't need to get done today. So I had set up a date range for it. That's the other cool thing. Active Collab lets you set up a date range. So I'm going to go edit this. And while I'm here, I'll fix the due date. I don't need a start and end date for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just push this over till tomorrow, as of the time I'm recording this. I'm recording this January 2nd. So I'm going to say that I want to complete this on January 3rd, right? Sunday is the day that I typically set aside to catch up on my own stuff. And that goes back to what I was mentioning before. That's the other reason I can leave my own stuff aside, because I know I have a time set aside to do my own stuff anyway. The other thing is over here, I'm going to go into these labels and I'm going to change it from today till tomorrow, just so that it gets it out of that filter. And then when I close this, of course, notice things update. So now I'm down to just the list of what needs to be done today. My client stuff, a site I'm going to work on for a friend of mine, and a blog post that I was hoping to finish up today, above and beyond the one that I'm actually recording and writing as we speak, as I record this video. So as always, I hope this helps. And if you're interested in getting help figuring out how to use, set up Active Collab, then reach out to me, Seth at nerdenterprises.com, or visit the brand new SethDavid.com. I am so excited that I'm finally doing this. It's been something I've been wanting to do to sort of better focus on my personal brand. So SethDavid.com, come over here, and hopefully you'll find that you enjoy this stuff. I gave you this mind map tool, which for for all of my ADD friends, will likely keep you busy for hours just poking around on here and clicking on things and seeing what I have. And I'm constantly going to be adding to this. I just started this. It was the right time, brand new year, going into the new year. And doing stuff like this helps keep me in the game. It helps keep me focused on making sure I continue to follow up and follow through on these things. Look, I even started laying out my goals so you could see I want better health. I want to save more money. I want to finally write a book. I've been wanting to do that for years. And I want more time with my family and loved ones. I just love this stuff. I love getting organized. I love using these kind of tools that are out there to help me get organized around what I need to do, what I want to do, and when I'm going to do each of these things that I both need and want to do. As always, I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day, and I look forward to seeing you on the web.